I'm Brad Patt. I'm co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Tetrous. Tetrous is transforming sports medicine and the healing paradigm in sports medicine by stimulating and for the first time achieving the reformation of, by the way, this is the clicker. Oh, thanks. The reformation of the tissue that connects the bone to the tendon. So our technology addresses multiple aspects of sports medicine and multiple anatomies, but the first foray that we have is in the rotator cuff market. This market on its own is over $1 billion market for us because it involves 500,000 surgeries a year, and according to our first surgeons, our products really have application in every single one of these surgeries. Why is that true? That's true because we're addressing one of the key failure modes in those surgeries that leads to revision. So there are a ton of products out there, sutures, suture anchors, that are used to achieve the mechanical fixation when you pull the tendon back over the bone. And recently there have been some new products added, overlay patches that go over the tendon to heal the tendon. But these do absolutely nothing to help heal that critical junction between the tendon and the bone. That's what we address with our technology. And the way that we do that is we completely flip the script by going in between the bone and the tendon. So for the first time, we have a material that's giving us a biological reformation of the tendon. We implant into the bone. That starts an endochondral ossification cascade that flows up through the bone into the enthesis, the region between the bone and the tendon, and into the tendon, providing connective tissue between the bone and the tendon. Without that, all you get is scar tissue. For the first time, we're getting real healing of that enthesis. With us, it's all about the enthesis and how we heal there. Tetrous evolved from a company called Theracell. Theracell was a spine allograft company, and before we were acquired by Biologics in April of 22, we spun out the sports medicine uses of the technology. Because of that, we have experience now with the core technology in the Tetrous products in over 150,000 surgeries over a 5-year period. So we know that this technology is good and it works. In addition, we've been able to leverage our manufacturing partners that we had in Theracell to manufacture for us both in Australia and the United States, and that has allowed us to really speed up our entry into the market. And today we provide a product mix. You can see the different products that we have. We provide a product mix that literally covers every surgical procedure for rotator cuff in the US. In the next slide, we'll present a video that shows the Enfix RC product. That's the product that's used with a suture anchor, and it will explain how the procedure is done and how that biological healing process starts.
Failure rates of rotator cuff surgical repairs have remained stubbornly high due to insufficient healing of native tendon tissue at the enthesis. Tetrous Inc. has developed Enfix RC, the first demineralized bone fiber technology to directly address enthesis repair in rotator cuff surgery. We focus on enhanced healing at the tendon-to-bone interface, while also providing improved suture anchor fixation. Enfix RC is designed to easily integrate into current surgical techniques and to simplify the delivery of the fiber implant into the enthesis to augment the repair. Preparation for rotator cuff repair proceeds as usual, and awl is used to make the suture anchor insertion site. The Enfix RC is placed on the introducer and inserted into the awl hole. Then the introducer is removed. A tap is used to receive the suture anchor, and the suture anchor is inserted. Additional implants and suture anchors are inserted as needed, and the repair is completed in the usual manner. Once implanted, healing proceeds, with cells being wicked up into the demineralized bone fiber implant. Then, remodeling occurs over time to form new tissue at the enthesis, and to reinforce the bone around the suture anchor. In preclinical studies, reformation of the enthesis is seen at 12 weeks. N-Fix-RC, a novel approach to enthesis failure syndrome from Tetrous Inc.
We've done a broad series of experiments and preclinical studies using sheep and rabbits, essentially to look at the whole progression. So initially at time 0, we show on the left-hand panel that compared to a control with the N-Fix-RC, we get better fixation in the bone at t equals 0. And then over time, that demineralized bone matrix turns into new woven bone, securing the long-term healing and fixation in bone. Above the bone, what we see is beautiful new enthesis biology formed where you can see the Sharpie's fibers. These are the connective tissue that now extends from the bone through the enthesis and into the tendon, providing the strength of that new structure. And we see that then in this animal study where compared to the control, you can see the dark blue bars that we have improved strength of the attachment of the bone to the tendon. We've just started now. We did our first cases roughly the 1st of July of last year, and we're starting to get back the 6-month MRIs. And they really look stunning. We're seeing complete reformation of the enthesis and proper healing at the enthesis. We're even seeing it extend into the tendon and thickening of the tendon at that point. And interestingly, we're seeing no evidence of the type of edema or bone cysts that you would normally find in bone, which is evidence of the way that the N-Fix-RC is working in bone. We have an exclusive license to the DBF technology, the core technology behind the products from the Theracell sale. We also have our own patents on the product itself. From a regulatory point of view in the US, we're considered 361 exempt, minimally manipulated tissue. We're approved in Australia as well. And we have a very clear understanding of the reimbursement with reimbursement by commercial insurance and workers' comp. Commercially, since we launched on the 1st of July, now in 2 countries, we're actually close to 200 cases today with around 400 implants. It was a controlled launch with a half a dozen surgeons, and we're now expanding more broadly, both in the US and Australia. It's really all about the enthesis. So wherever you have tendon joint to bone, we're going to attack those large additional high-value procedures. We have an experienced team. We have most of the team intact from Theracell and the sale to Histobiologics. We've added to the team as well. Between us, we have many trade sales in the orthopedic space or adjacent spaces recently, and really a who's who advisory board, including Nick Verma, who's the head team physician for the Chicago White Sox. In terms of capitalization, we've been extremely efficient. We've got to where we're at today with $3.25 million invested into the company, and that took us through the successful launch of the product in the first 200 cases. We've now just initiated January 1st, a $5 million round for the company, and have about $2.5 million of that committed or already in the bank. We're extremely excited because this is a space where there are very high value deals being done, and deals that are being done with companies that are revenues in the single-digit millions with literally 200x revenue type of exits. So very exciting for us to be in the space with a very novel product. In summary, high value part of the market. We address this unsolved issue in enthesis failure syndrome. Our product has a proven history with 5 years and 150,000 implants in an adjacent space. We have strong preclinical data supporting the product as well as early clinical data. We're fully commercialized in the US and Australia with partners that have experience in this product for 5 years. There are no regulatory hurdles for our future products addressing other anatomies. clear reimbursement landscape, and clinical experience with an experienced team. If anyone is interested, please look myself up or John Bojanowski, who's here with me, my partner. We'd love to talk with you. Thank you.